Hallo und herzlich willkommen zurück hier auf meinem Kanal zu einer neuen Folge Vampyr. Wir sind jetzt auf der Suche immer noch nach Sean Hampton.
Are you certain you're not lost, sir? You seem quite a stranger to these
Good
parts.
evening, miss. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. May I come in?
I already took my medication, Doctor. But thank you.
I'm sorry. Your medication? Have we met before?
Don't tease me like that, Jack. Sorry, what?
I think I should come in, miss. I'd like to check if everything is okay, what with the epidemic spreading across London.
An epidemic, you say? How terrible. I had no idea. But where are my manners? Please do come in, Doctor. You are a doctor, yes?
Natürlich. Der Beste in der ganzen Stadt. Ich begrüße jeden Patienten immer erst mit einer ausweichenden Plünderung.
So, Dr. Tippett, what brings you back here? I heard whispers you had a job at that fancy hospital.
I told you my name is Jonathan Reed. Don't you remember?
Of course I do. I remember my name too. Gillingham. But you may call me Enid, Doctor. I'm very happy to see you again.
Is anyone taking care of you, Miss Gillingham?
My son is always here to take care of me. He's a good boy like that, but I do worry that he needs to start living his own life. Why, I would never say that to him, of course.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
Oh, no. I don't gossip. That would be most unbecoming of a lady such as myself.
Who are the more influential figures on the docks?
Well, I heard about some terrible illness going around. I would say in that case that it's you, Dr. Tippett.
Enid, have you really no idea what happened to your son? No idea at all.
I've not seen Jack for so long. I lose track of time. Has something bad happened to him?
Jack is dead, Miss Gillingham.
Of course he's not. I've seen him. Tonight, in fact. Ever the joker, Dr. Tippett.
Ich nehme den doch überhaupt nicht ernst. Ne?
Do you require medical attention, miss?
I'm glad you asked, Dr. Tippett. I must confess I haven't felt that well of late.
I'll try my best. Here, take this. And please, try to get some rest.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you very much.
I'm looking for a Sean Hampton. Do you know where I might find him?
Sean Hampton, you say? Oh, the name does seem vaguely familiar, but alas, I cannot recall from where.
Ja, toll.
Goodbye, Miss Gillingham.
Dann werde ich mich wohl weiter umsehen müssen. Unvollendeter Brief. Rodney, ich habe gerade erfahren, was heute Nacht passiert ist. Ich bin zu deinem Haus gerannt, aber du warst schon weg, also schreibe ich dir diese Nachricht. Hast du ihn wirklich getötet? Ich kann es nicht fassen. Warum? Was ist passiert? Ich muss wirklich dringend mit dir reden. Bitte setz dich irgendwie mit mir in Verbindung, wenn du diese Nachricht erhältst. Da ich weiß, dass du zu großer Vorsicht neigst, um dir zu beweisen, dass dies keine Falle ist, lass uns ein Erkennungszeichen vereinbaren. Ich pfeife meinen Namen, Jack, in Morsecode und du deinen. In Ordnung? So weißt du, dass ich es wirklich bin. Momentan ist es gut, dass du dich versteckst. Die Red Boot Boys machen die ganze Gegend unsicher und lassen alle wissen, dass sie den Mann bestrafen werden, der einen von ihnen getötet hat. Ich bin sicher, wir können diese Angelegenheit irgendwie regeln, sobald sich die Gemüter beruhigt haben. Mhm.
Are you certain you're not lost, sir? You seem quite the stranger to these parts.
Sprich mit dem Mann, der sich in der Kanalisation versteckt.
Good evening, young man.
There's no need to call me that, Dr. Reed.
I'm looking for
Easy.
some...
Sorry.
Goodbye.
I know I've got something that'll strike your fancy. If not, I'll find you something.
Ich gehe erstmal zu dem Typen. Vielleicht braucht der Hilfe. Vielleicht muss ich den retten. Ich nur wüsste, wie ich da hinkomme. Wird wahrscheinlich doch nicht von hier. In der Kanalisation versteckt er sich. Müsste ich aber erstmal einen Weg zur Kanalisation finden.
It's locked.
Toll. Der einzige Weg, der zur Kanalisation führt, ist dicht. Das ist nicht gerade gut. Das ist halt die Frage, wie kommt man da jetzt am besten hin?
It's locked, all right.
Sieht aus, als hätten wir hier noch ein Krankenhaus gefunden.
Yeah, people are still working at this time, while you're lot slurping soup before bed.
Ich glaube, ich habe den Weg zu dem Typen gefunden. Oder auch nicht. Nee. Bin ich schon gewesen. komme ich nicht zur Kanalisation? Ich komme nur von unten zur Kanalisation. Aber vielleicht gibt es noch einen anderen Weg in die Kanalisation. In dem Haus war ich aber schon. Muss ich da erstmal in dieses Krankenhaus oder was das ist? Ich habe keine Ahnung, wie ich da runterkomme in die Kanalisation.
It's locked. Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. May I have your attention for a minute?
Good evening, sir. My name is Giselle Paxton, but I don't have time for men like you.
Have we met before?
No, but I just need to look at your fancy clothes to know that you must be desperate to visit the docks at night.
That's quite judgmental of you.
Sir, I've led enough strikes when I had a job to identify you as an enemy of the working class.
Oh Mann. Gut, dass ich dir nicht helfen muss gerade.
You speak of strikes and class enemy. Am I right to assume you're involved in trade union activism?
You bet I am. Well, I was. Nowadays, I'm just another worker blacklisted by the big companies.
Isn't the whole point of trade unions to help workers in need? Why don't they support you?
A few nights back, I lost the money my companions had asked me to hide. With me and my sister being penniless, they thought I stole it.
What really happened?
I drank too much that night. Strange men saw me count the money in that bar. Some sort of militia in uniform. I'm sure they robbed me.
You lost your job because of your beliefs.
Those bastards really hate a worker who refuses slave wages and unsafe conditions, especially when it's a woman.
May I ask what you do for a living?
I'm killing myself scraping for a living. And you? Have you ever had to struggle in your entire life?
Why such hatred? Are you judging me by my clothes and my job?
Course I am. Fuck, you're so blind. You don't even see your privilege. Lazy people like you disgust me.
Oh Mann.
As I told you, I'm a doctor. You have to work a lot to earn that title.
Oh, a doctor. Born with money in a nice house, were we? Was Daddy a banker or a doctor himself?
Kann ich die, ja, die könnte ich sogar wegbringen, die alte. Überlege ich mir noch.
What can you tell me about this vicinity?
Tell you what, just spend a few weeks here and then ask me that question again. If you're still alive, I mean.
You don't know me, Miss Paxton, and yet you see me as an enemy.
Your manners, your clothes, your words tell me everything about you, sir. I know your kind, and you don't belong here.
You're right. I have never suffered from poverty. But that doesn't mean I don't fight it and its consequences.
I really doubt you ever had to fight for anything in your life, Dr. Reed.
If you have something to say, say it. I'm getting tired of all this.
Oh. You want information instead? Well, here's some for you. Giselle Paxton does not like you at all, Doctor.
Mann. Ich glaube, die lasse ich verschwinden.
I'm looking for Sean Hampton. Can you help me?
What is it you want? Does he owe you money? Has he displeased your Royal Highness? I'm no snitch, Mr. Fancy Pants.
Well, I'll leave you for now. Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
Was für ein Miststück.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Can I help you?
A fancy doctor lurking at night by the docks? Not fishy at all.
And what about you? Working outside at night in this dangerous part of town.
You want to know my secret? I'm trying to earn money. And I'm Lottie Paxton, by the way.
Is it not dangerous to work here at night?
As long as I have good legs, I can run away from trouble. The sad saint now provides me and my sister a bed and a roof. I don't want to lose that.
What can you tell me about the Sad Saint?
It's just the nickname of Sean Hampton, the sad saint of the East End. He gave me shelter, and he's not always sad.
Are you homeless, Miss Paxton?
Mr. Hampton's night asylum is our new home now. It's a safe place for me and my sister.
What can you tell me about this place? How are things here?
It may be okay for a strong girl like me, but a dandy doctor from the city like yourself, you better watch your back, Mr. Reed.
Which local dangers must I avoid?
Well, the gangs, the thieves, the drunks, the jobless. A man with your fancy clothes will attract a lot of attention.
Well, I am not someone so easily intimidated.
Glad to hear that. And if you get into trouble, you can always seek help at Sean Hampton's shelter. No one would dare to be violent there.
You really think I should go back to a safer place, miss?
No. I think you had better stay and help as many people as you can. Just avoid the wet boot boys. Those bastards are worse than the epidemic.
I'm looking for Sean Hampton. Can you help me?
Mr. Hampton must be in his office at the night asylum he manages, I suppose. Why do you want to see him?
He was a patient of mine at the Pembroke Hospital, but he left abruptly.
I see. Well, Mr. Hampton is a discreet and dedicated man. I'm sure you'll find him soon enough.
Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
Genau das Gegenteil von der Schwester. Würde ich jetzt mal behaupten. Wenn die Schwester überhaupt nichts sagt, singt die wie ein kleiner Vogel. Ja, mal gucken, ob ich die 2 vernaschen werde heute Nacht noch. Mal gucken. Wie groß der Hunger von Dr. Reed ist. Alte Zeitung. Die Bombe explodierte kurz nach Tagesanbruch vor der Munitionsfabrik. Der Davison und Davison, dem größten Arbeitgeber des Bezirks. Die Detonation zerstörte alle Fenster der Fabrik in North Southwark. Es grenzt an ein Wunder, dass bei dem Anschlag nur 2 Menschen gestorben sind, bestätigte Chief Superintendent Alexander Brighton.
It's locked.
Natürlich ist es locked.
It's locked, all right.
Ja. Genauso wie das da. Ist alles immer abgeschlossen hier. Da ist er doch, der Hampton. Gefalteter Zettel. Gott vergib mir, was ich nun beichte. Manchmal wünschte ich, ich hätte Dyson Delaney niemals vor dem Ertrinken gerettet, als er in den Kanal fiel. Ich hab's ausgesprochen. Bitte vergib mir, ja, denn ich habe gesündigt. Dyson ist vielleicht der frustrierendste Fall, mit dem ich seit Eröffnung meiner Notunterkunft im East End je zu tun hatte. Schon seit Jahren versuche ich zu verstehen, was mich an diesem Mann irritiert, und ich glaube, ich habe vor kurzem den Grund herausgefunden. Dyson hat aufgegeben, zwar vollkommen. Ich habe in meinem Leben so viele schwere Alkoholiker kennengelernt, Männer und Frauen, Reiche und Arme, Junge und Alte. Ich bin Zeuge ihres Kampfes mit ihren Dämonen geworden, mit ihrer Vergangenheit, ihrer Schuld, ihren Fehlern. Manchmal können sie dieses innere Böse benennen, manchmal ist es ihnen nie gelungen, zur wahren Ursache ihrer Verzweiflung vorzudringen, aber in den meisten Fällen ist die Trinkerei für diese Männer und Frauen eine Weise, den Kampf fortzuführen. Natürlich ist es eine sinnlose und zerstörerische Form des Kampfes, aber wenigstens bedeutet diese Selbstzerstörung, dass es etwas gibt, das sie leiden lässt und sie noch immer gegen diesen Schmerz ankämpfen, den sie so tief in sich spüren. Selbst ein schwerer Alkoholiker wie William Bishop kämpft noch immer mit seiner Sucht und bittet um Erlösung, um das Licht Christi. Und solange sie dieses Licht sehen wollen, gibt es noch Hoffnung für Dyson Delaney. Gibt es keine Hoffnung mehr. Er trinkt nicht, um seinen Schmerz zu ersticken. Nein, ich bin mittlerweile überzeugt, dass er bewusst trinkt, aus sadistischer Freude daran, alle Hoffnung zu ersticken. Ich weiß wirklich nicht, was schlimmere Sünde ist, bewusst alle Hoffnung aus dem eigenen Herzen zu verbannen oder sich selbst gefällig in Selbstzerstörung suhlen. Tja, das weiß man halt nie so genau. Ob es oben noch irgendwas zu finden gibt, und dann schwätze ich mit dem Typen. Irgendwie muss ich in die Kanalisation kommen. Da habe ich auch noch keine Idee, wie ich da reinkommen soll. Es sei denn, es gibt von hier aus einen Weg in die Kanalisation. Es scheint so. Warte mal. Hier ganz nach unten gehen. Es gibt keinen Weg hier in die Kanalisation. Ja, denn. Aber wie komme ich dann dorthin? Oder ich bekomme von ihm einen Schlüssel, muss für ihn irgendwas aus der Kanalisation holen. Was auch möglich wäre. Ich spreche erstmal mit ihm. Eingesenkter Brief. Miss Parks, ich habe vor kurzem gehört, dass monatelang in Hamptons Notunterkunft Geld oder Unterstützung in irgendwelcher Art ohne Zusage ihrerseits bin ich unter Umständen, meine Boys kriegen immer, was sie, nie ein Nein, also Antwort gelten lassen. Wenn sie mich weiterhin ignorieren, schnappen sich Wet Boot Boys und sie und ihre Schwester Lottie Paxton.
Make everything right, Mum. But it's not been that simple. Glad to see you again, Mr. Reed.
Lottie, tell me about the Wet Boot Boys. I know they've threatened you.
Edwina Cox wanted me to provide her with information about Mr. Hampton's resources. I refused.
Is that not dangerous?
Fuck them and their lies. They claim they protect the interests of the neighborhood, but they are just greedy parasites like all the rest.
I respect your courage, Miss Paxton, and I hope life will never wear you down.
Dr. Reed, you know how to make a girl blush. I am glad you came to the docks, whatever your real reasons are.
Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
Why the long face, Doctor?
Is it all that worries you, Sean? My long face? Really?
This is a blessing for me, to become a Skal. Immortality gives me more time and energy, if truth be known, to run a shelter. What more could I want?
Since you left Pembroke, the amount of blood that has been shed, it's hard to believe you, Sean.
Ask what you will. As the Lord is my shepherd, I will not speak a lie to you.
Why return here?
This is my home. These people are my flock. You will always find me where I am needed.
And what about William Bishop? He tried to take care of you. But this hunger, this thirst, cannot be restrained.
Alas, poor William. He had a good soul, but was weak in spirit. He could not shake the thirst for booze, never mind blood. But have faith. My will is far stronger than his.
Wonders never cease. Skal managing an asylum.
And what of you? A vampire doctor? Meals laid out before you. Yet you restrain?
Aren't you afraid of what you've become?
We are blessed, Doctor. Can't you see it? The Lord has made us able to walk amongst the plague and aid those that need it.
Do you think this is a blessing when God's own house and holy symbols repel you?
If that is your burden, Doctor, so be it. But I do not fear the cross, nor am I forced to take the life of another. My kind doesn't share your imperfections.
But you must drink blood now to survive.
No, not your scripture. Whoso eateth my flesh and drinketh my blood hath eternal life, and I will raise him up at the last day. So saith the Lord. I only need to eat flesh, no blood.
Why did you kill Miss Jones at the Pembroke Hospital?
Killed old Harriet? You must be mad, Doctor. Why would I do such a thing?
But you were close to her.
Of course. But she was lost, separated from the fold. She did not see the hand of the divine in my blessed condition.
So you claim Miss Jones' death was not by your hand, nor the other incidents at Pembroke?
Though Harriet was an angry, spiteful woman, she was one of God's creatures. I have nothing but love for all he has made.
People have been murdered. I've seen the blood. I don't believe you can be trusted.
Have a little faith, Doctor. If you will follow, I will guide you to the light.
How do you plan to do that?
Take this key of the old sewers. The entrance is by the riverbank, south from here. There you'll find all the proof you need.
Very well. You have definitely intrigued me. I hope you're right, Sean.
I'll be here when you return. If you still think I'm a threat then, well, I surrender myself to your judgment.
Siehst, hat er mir doch den Schlüssel zur alten Kanalisation gegeben. Dann kann ich nämlich da auch mit dem Menschen sprechen, der da unten rumlungert.
It's locked, all right.
Ja, ist doch gut, Mensch.
Good evening, sir. Have you witnessed any suspicious activity or strange events recently?
And what do you define as a strange event? More to the point, who are you?
My name is Ichabod Throgmorton, vampire hunter extraordinaire and warden of the East End.
A vampire hunter? Really?
I know what you're thinking. I'm just another lunatic howling at the moon, but I'm not. The bloodsuckers exist, and they're close.
Mr. Throgmorton, I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'd like to hear more about these vampires you're hunting.
A man of science? Well, I'll be glad to enlighten you.
What can you tell me about this neighborhood?
Did you hear about what happened to Jack Gillingham? Oh boy. It's a shame I wasn't around to protect him.
It's impossible to protect everyone. The violence seems endemic in this part of town.
But it's my duty. I am convinced Jack Gillingham was killed by a vampire. These evil rodents are spreading like a plague.
So, how exactly are you protecting these people? I'm curious.
I patrol late at night, investigating anything unusual. I try and encourage people to stay indoors, but people are careless.
How do you identify a vampire?
It's simple, really. They can't stand daylight. They're afraid of garlic and holy symbols. They also cannot enter a house without being invited.
Have you ever killed one of these creatures? Yourself, I mean.
Of course I have. What kind of question is that? It's a dirty business, believe me.
Can I help in any way?
Actually, yes. I plan to put up posters to alert the population to the vampire threat.
Are you asking me to paste posters about vampires around the docks?
If you wouldn't mind. If you did that, then I can focus on my patrols.
Have you heard of the Guard of Priwen?
Of course. They're dedicated hunters. A little militant for my taste, but they do let anyone join.
So you hunt alone? That sounds risky.
Vampires are just like every other predator. They hunt when they're hungry and follow certain patterns. It's just a matter of observation and patience.
Were you ever tempted to join the Guard yourself?
I did think about it, but I'm more of a silent hunter. They're more of a sanitary militia.
You've never faced, let alone killed a vampire, Ichabod. You're a fraud.
No, I'm not. I may embellish the truth concerning my achievements, but I'm totally dedicated to my quest.
Stop fooling yourself. You've never faced a vampire before. You wouldn't stand a chance.
Well, that's not true, sir. I've already faced one of these creatures.
Oh, really? And you're still alive.
Well, we did not actually fight. I let it go.
What do you mean?
I entered the vampire's den. The stench was terrible. I was ready to kill it. But then I saw it. Just a suffering soul like you and me. I spared her.
Tell me about the vampire you spared.
It was... She was a girl. Her body was a mess. I could see pus running from the deep wound. She was crying in pain.
You cared about her. That's what defines us as human, Ichabod.
Yes, but she was a truly evil creature. I'm haunted by the tragedies she caused ever since I spared her.
Goodbye, and good hunting, Mr. Throgmorton.
Ja, ja. Der würde nicht mal einen Vampir erkennen, wenn einer vor ihm steht. Im wahrsten Sinne. So, jetzt bin ich mal gespannt. Haben wir jetzt eigentlich alle NPCs gefunden? Tatsächlich. alle NPCs gefunden an den Docks. Und ich wette, Rodney müsste der Typ sein, den ich in der Kanalisation finde. Weil ich wüsste sonst nicht, wen sonst noch. Weil sonst habe ich ja alle. Das Spiel ist so genial. Ein Schuss und er ist weg. Bin gespannt, was in der Kanalisation abgeht. Manchmal muss man einfach der Hauptquest folgen, um weiterzukommen. Erkundung ist gut, aber manchmal muss man halt auch Hauptquest spielen, um weiterzukommen. Ich habe ja vorhin schon gesagt, ne, vielleicht kriegen wir ja von ihm den Schlüssel zur Kanalisation. Und siehe da, er hatte den Schlüssel für die Kanalisation. Unser Jonathan Reed. Ist auch ein cooler Charakter, meiner Meinung nach. Der hat einen guten Synchronsprecher. Und sieht auch cool aus. Das gefällt mir richtig gut.
It's locked.
Da komme ich noch nicht rein.
That doesn't work. That doesn't work.
Aber wir müssen das wahrscheinlich dazu bekommen, dass es funktioniert.
So that's it. These wheels control the water level. That doesn't work.
Okay.
That gate should shut properly now.
Okay. Ich bin noch am Ausprobieren, was ich hier machen soll. Das ist das erste Rätsel, was ich in dem Spiel lösen musste. Warte, ich kann wahrscheinlich hier gar nicht hoch, ne? Das ist ja unlogisch. Aber hier kann ich hoch. Auch nicht. Kann ich da nicht hochspringen. Okay, die 2 Räder, die habe ich abgeschaltet und jetzt kann ich bestimmt da hinten das ausschalten, oder? Dann hört das Wasser auf zu laufen, nehme ich an, oder das läuft ab. Aha. Da hat sich eine Tür geöffnet. Ist da nichts drin in dem Koffer? Kein Loot? Ich bin mal gespannt, wo wir noch so hinkommen. Vor allen Dingen, was im Westendbezirk alles auf uns wartet. Da war auch wieder ein Vampir. Wahrscheinlich werden wir verfolgt oder sowas.
Despicable.
These maggots have escaped the wrath of Ascalon for too long. It is time to purge the sewers of their filth.
You again. The one they call the sewer dog.
Hold your tongue, newborn, or I'll crush you like a maggot.
You've let the beast consume you.
Finally, a touch of lucidity.
Oh oh.
Respect the laws of Ascalon. Whence you vanished, I'll slaughter these scalds while singing your name. Snap the hairs, brittle bones, newborn.
Ich hatte schon Panik, dass ich den nicht schaffen würde. Aber so schwer war der gar nicht. Ich denke mal, auf normalem Schwierigkeitsgrad ist der vielleicht nur ein bisschen schwerer wie jetzt gerade. Ach. Lebt der noch oder ist der tot? Ist wahrscheinlich nur bewusstlos. Das wäre zu einfach. Nur gut, dass ich jetzt den Spezialmove noch eingesetzt habe. Ich musste noch den Typen finden, der hier unten rumlungert.
The poor creature is bleeding to death. He cannot be far.
Bin ich denn hier gelandet in einem alten Bergwerk auf einmal?
How could he have made it this far? There's blood everywhere.
Ach, hier bin ich doch gewesen eben gerade schon.
This is our domain, not yours. You've been warned.
Wait, I saved you from this creature. That must count for something.
Thank you. Now go. Go back to the streets and houses. There is no love lost between us, Vampire. But thank you.
Sean Hampton hat mich geschickt.
Sean Hampton sent me here. I believe he wanted me to find you. Who are you?
If you must know, they call me Old Bridget. And this shelter is where we live.
I'm Jonathan Reed. I'm a newborn Ekon. I'm afraid I'm not sure what's going on.
I shall not bend a knee, young Ekon. But I sense your pain. Ask, and I will afford you my attention.
Why was that creature after you?
Fergal is the blunt instrument of the Ascalon Club. His masters would see us dead or turned into slaves, if they had their way.
What the hell was that thing? He wasn't an Ekon or a Scow.
They are known as Volkod, an ancient offshoot of Immortals. Blood drives them, enrages them.
What of this Ascalon Club?
Vampire Society's elite in the Empire. They make the rules and enforce their judgment upon us whom they see as lessers.
So is it you that Sean Hampton sent me to find?
Perhaps. The sad saint was always kind to us. He must trust you if he revealed our location.
Sean is a Scow. All those I've encountered have been violent, crazed creatures. How can he be any different?
Maybe because he is the sad saint. Or perhaps because I am Old Bridget of the Sewer Skulls.
Sean killed a patient of mine. And that's just one of the murders he's being hunted for.
If you refer to Harriet, she is now among us and under our protection.
Harriet Jones is alive. That's it. That's the proof Sean wanted me to find. I must talk to her.
No. Harriet is not alive. But you can speak to her. I must warn you. She is fragile and may not receive you warmly.
I don't understand.
She is filled with bile and hate. Her mind is sharp as a tack, but her body is so weak. I've never seen its like before. She is resting in a room on the far right of this hideout.
Thank you. I will bear that in mind.
Interessant. Ich hätte jetzt mit allem Möglichen gerechnet, aber nicht, dass hier ein Vampir-Unterschlupf ist.
at your mercy. Will you end us? Eternal gratitude for your protection, Master.
Interessant.
Old Bridget says you are one to trust.
Da bin ich ja mal überrascht. Hier sind die ganzen Typen, die ich oben immer platt mache.
Old Bridget says you are one to trust.
Und hier ist auf jeden Fall noch einer.
Eternal gratitude for your protection, Master.
Hier ist auf jeden Fall noch ein ganz normaler Charakter. Weiter vorne. Die Überlegenheit der Ekon. Es ist kein Zufall, dass Ekon die bekanntesten und zahlreichsten unter den Vampiren sind. Ekon sind die wahre Aristokratie der Unsterblichen und die einzigen, die dauerhaft an der Spitze der Nahrungskette stehen können. Egal wohin ich reise, überall sah ich Ekon, die sterblichen und unsterblichen Gesellschaften führen. Ekon sind die menschlichsten, klügsten und gebildetsten aller Vampire. Verstehen Sie mich nicht falsch, ich habe nichts gegen die exotischen Vulkots, die ebenfalls die Gabe der Unsterblichkeit haben. Viele von ihnen sind nützlich, wenn man ihre Sinne ordnungsgemäß auf ein klares Ziel richtet. Doch ihnen fehlt die wichtigste Eigenschaft von allen, die Fähigkeit, unerkannt mit Sterblichen zu verkehren. Deshalb sollte der Askalon-Club nur Ekon von edelstem Blut in seinen inneren Zirkel aufnehmen. Den Umständen entsprechend können Bulldogs, die unseren Regeln befolgen, als Kriegs- oder Jagdhunde aufgenommen werden. Glücklicherweise haben unsere niederen Vetter die naturgegebene Neigung, sich ihren Herren unterzuordnen und ihnen zu gehorchen. Ich will erstmal weiter. Kanalisation beim Uferdamm. Ah, hier ist er ja.
Are you all right, sir? What are you doing here?
I could ask you the same question. Don't you know this is a quarantine zone?
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm investigating the epidemic. You had better get to a safe place while you still can.
Oh, really? Well, go investigate somewhere else and leave me be.
I beg your pardon?
I said go. Leave me alone, sir.
Rodney, you're the man who killed that gang member, are you not? Is that why you are hiding in this godforsaken place?
Yes, I did. I did not even know his name.
Then why did you kill him?
That arsehole always mocked me for the color of my skin. Usually I let it go. But not that night. We fought. He died.
Sie können sich hier nicht ewig verstecken. Sie sind kein kaltblütiger Mörder, sie sind ein rücksichtsloser Feigling. Wir nehmen mal das hier.
Unfortunately, I have met several murderers during my lifetime. You don't look like them. I can tell you're no cold-blooded killer.
You're right, sir. At first it was just a simple argument between us. But the man had a bad fall.
Believe me, Rodney, you won't survive here long. No matter what you did, you must go back to where you used to live.
I'll go back to the docks then. But if I die, remember that the blood of Rodney Grader will be on your hands.
Mach dich mal auf den Weg, Rodney. Es dürfte gar nicht so einfach sein, sich hier zurechtzufinden. So, die Tür habe ich aufgeschlossen. Jetzt gehen wir erst noch mal runter. Ich spreche mit der Dame.
Hello, Harriet. Do you recognize me?
Yes, you were from the Pembroke Hospital. The young doctor. So full of secrets.
I've so many questions I need to ask you, Harriet. If you would.
I love questions. As for the answers, you may not like them.
How do you feel?
I can't see. I can't move. My body's burning. I feel as if I'm dying over and over again.
Have you tried to eat or drink something?
People here tried to feed me, but I'm just not hungry. I don't have the strength.
Does the pain ever stop?
It is not pain I feel. It's like I can't stop feeling every inch of my body. But at the same time, each muscle and bone is the wrong place.
Your room, the blood. What brought you to fake your death in such a gruesome fashion?
To see if I would be mourned.
Do you take pleasure in causing so much pain and sorrow?
Nobody gave a damn about me. Not a tear shed. Poor Harriet. Always the discarded.
Why flee with Sean Hampton?
Oh, it's always a pleasure to see a saint fall to sin. But the coward still won't kill.
Why did you come here?
And why not? This is where I live now. Leave me be.
So you desire to stay here?
Yes, I'm with my own kind. Birds of a feather, so to speak. Poor Harriet. Always alone.
Will you respect old Bridget's wishes? Will you obey her?
Bridget is kind. She only needs to keep me fed and I'll be good.
I have a question of the utmost importance to ask. Will you answer?
Questions, questions, questions. The good doctor, always searching for answers.
Do you remember what you did after leaving the hospital? Did you kill anyone?
First, a question from me. You answer first.
Very well then. What do you want to know?
Are you like me? Are you also dead?
We are not dead, Harriet. Death no longer pertains to us. We are different.
I like what I am. I truly do. I relish the pain that courses through me.
I know you fled the hospital with Sean Hampton. Did you or Sean kill anyone in your flight? Anyone? Try and remember.
I will not lie. I wanted blood, and I wanted revenge, and Sean pulled me from it. Brought me here instead. But the shadows heard my prayers. The shadows killed that bastard.
You sought vengeance by your own hand, and someone else obliged you. Very convenient. Don't lie to me.
I don't lie. I saw him near the docks, and rightly I wished him dead. And I am happy he is. It's true. But I didn't kill him. I was too tired.
Who was that man? The one murdered in the street?
He used to be my landlord. I lived here for many...
Na, die kommen wieder mal nicht aus dem Quark. Wir sehen uns im nächsten Video wieder. Ich hoffe, es hat euch gefallen. Bis zum nächsten Mal dann. See ya.